Kat's eye grew large when she saw the interview would be recorded.
Don't be alarmed, Miss Diaz. These are all just standard questions for the first episode of the Trials.
What kind of stuff will you be asking?
Oh, nothing too difficult. Some questions might be similar to what you answered on your temptation trial application.
Kat scrunched her nose. Was this guy serious? Remembering some of those outrageous questions on the app she'd had to fill out for the show made her want to puke. The camera panned directly to her as Zimmerman began.
This one is about your character. Please, describe yourself in one word.
Passionate.
Zimmerman beamed. That's a lively way to describe your character. What are you passionate about?
Everything. Life, nature.
So you consider yourself green?
Kat shrugged. I do believe in preserving our planet, but I also think you should try to make the best out of life.
Fair enough. Holding his tablet, he asked, do you believe in an afterlife, heaven and hell?
Of course. Don't you?
I'm still on the fence about that, but I'm not a contestant on this show, he smirked. What sin do you think is worse, killing or adultery?
Kat crossed her legs. Well, I think killing is worse because you are taking someone's life.
Zimmerman nodded. Most people would agree.
He skimmed across his tablet, and then asked,
would you sell your body for sex if it meant saving a loved one's life?
Nothing too difficult. Yeah, right. He must be kidding, thought Kat, her eyes reaching the heavens. She entered the show in order to try and save her brother, so if push came to shove...
Have you thought of your answer?
He pushed. Kat nodded, saying, Yes, I would. She spoke no louder than a whisper. If Zimmerman asked her any more sexual questions, she would melt into her seat. Having to answer them on the computer for the application was one thing, but this was completely different. Someone was asking them right in her face, and she was on camera.
Do you consider kissing another person if you're in a relationship cheating?
It looked like he's on a roll. Kat blew out her breath. Yes.
Why?
Wasn't the answer obvious? It is disrespectful to the other person in the relationship. Zimmerman must have been satisfied by her reply, because he moved on.
If you had to kill a few people in order to save the world for the greater good, would you? Or would you risk the outcome by not killing anyone?
I would risk the outcome.
Really? So, you don't think that saving the world is worth killing a few people?
No, I don't. No one's life is greater than another. And what's the guarantee, even if I did, that the world would truly be saved? This guy's a trip, Kat thought. Are these trick questions?
His neck stretched like an ostrich. Of course not, Miss Diaz. There's no right or wrong answers. The regime only asks for you to be honest.
She wrinkled her nose, not buying it.
Zimmerman swiped his fingers across the tablet. This is a good one. If the world was plagued with infertility and only a few people remained that were able to conceive children, would you become a worldwide surrogate?
Where does the government dig up this stuff? Kat wondered, sighing. Kat couldn't help but feel the nation would judge her negatively no matter how she responded. She was not a person to hide who she was or her beliefs. At that point, I feel that it would be my duty to do so.
He rubbed his hands together. Well, that concludes our intro into episode 1. Are you looking forward to tempting the male candidates?
Kat frowned. Those weren't the words that she'd used to describe how she felt. Zimmerman chuckled. Their host had a twisted view about life. The trials seemed like a game to him, and she sensed they were just about to begin.